Thank you for checking out my video. I really love Hatsune Miku and enjoy sharing some of that dedication by making videos all about her. To improve my content, I decided to launch my own Patreon page, where you can support me if you feel like Miku's magic reached you by watching them, with neat rewards waiting too. Link in the description. Well, that's all, and now enjoy the new video. Hello guys! Pretty cute ear plushie, isn't it? Welcome to my channel, Thank You Dear Ear. But before you quit the video, I'm actually, of course, from the channel Thank You Dear Miku. But today, for once, I will not talk about Miku. Oh no, I will talk about Ear, the other Vocaloid. I hope Miku can forgive me for this one exception, because usually my channel is all about Miku. It's not that big of a deal, right? So yeah, today we're talking about this one. It's Ear's first major live concert, called Ear First Live Concert in Japan, Party at Go-Go. Without spoiling too much, it's actually pretty different to a Miku concert, so this will be quite interesting. The Blu-ray was just released now for some reason. That concert already took place in September 2015. But without further ado, let's go! So this is Ear's first and only major concert so far. It took place on September 19th, 2015 in the venue Akasaka Blitz in Tokyo, roughly being big enough for 1,000 people. Let's have a quick look at the Blu-ray limited edition itself. As you can see, it not only features the Blu-ray with the concert, but also 2 booklets with tons of high quality pictures, as well as a case with 3 extra items. Speaking of the disc itself, unfortunately, I can tell you that not only does the main menu look like a kindergarten student designed it in MS Paint, but there isn't even any bonus footage with interviews, behind the scenes stuff at all, which is a bit disappointing. Very nice on the other hand is they included English subtitles for the parts in the concert Ear is talking in. This seems to be a standard kind of approach nowadays for opening of a concert like this one. They use some kind of dubstep like beat and roll with that. But you know what, it works fine, gets you excited. While the beat is playing, there are some really fancy visual effects going on as well. It's only a bit too short for an opening in my opinion. They start the concert with a song that might be the most famous Ear song of them all, Inner Arts. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'm just a bit confused that the audience reaction isn't all that great, you can barely hear them. If I compare that to Miku's very first concert, well, it's a whole different story. Anyway, it's a good recreation of that song, also featuring some cool dance moves. I like the song a lot myself, as well as the costume with cute angel wings attached to it. Another very nice thing is the great usage of the screen Ear is on, that also has some special effects on it to make it more appealing. Unfortunately, there are some obvious technical issues you can notice here. They are present pretty much throughout the entire concert. First of all, the pink glow sticks are clearly being reflected on the screen and even go through the ear a lot. But the biggest problem is that there are quite a few shots of Ear that are very blurry, like the camera couldn't focus. This will be an issue in almost every song. The next song is Circuit Disco, another song I'm quite fond of myself. A very upbeat and happy song Ear dances to artistically. But not only Ear, for the first time this song background dancers joined the stage. To be honest, I would hate for this to happen for a Miku concert. But for the less popular Ear, I think overall it was a good choice to make this concert more different at the very least. It also seems to make the audience more excited, and the combination of vocal and human is interesting in general. Another small technical issue is that when there are fast movements by Ear, it looks as if there are multiple images of her one arm on screen, maybe an FPS issue. Not really that noticeable usually though. I hope I don't sound too negative so far in this review. I actually enjoyed the concert up to now. Ear's introduction doesn't provide me with anything negative to talk about anyway. This is the first of many times Ear talks in this concert, and it's a huge positive aspect compared to Miku shows. Not only does she talk more, but throughout the concert she actually says some meaningful lines. Her talking voice is very cute, but very different to her singing one. It's really great that they included English subs for these segments in the Blu-ray. There are some shots from the audience. Somebody apparently wants to marry her. Well, go ahead. Oh! A new video by my favorite YouTuber, Thank You Dear Miku! Wait, this ain't no Miku video! Who are you? I'm your biggest fan! And how did you get in? I just love your Miku videos so much! That's not an answer to my question! So you can imagine I was just hyped to see this non-Miku video you did! What the fuck did you do? What are you doing? Stop that! Thank you very much, asshole! Fuck you! Fuck you! Make Miku videos again! I'm telling you to stop! The next song, See the Lights, has a calm beginning and then slowly gets intense. Apart from some more blurry shots of Ear, this is a cool performance. What Ear is wearing in general is more normal looking compared to Miku's costumes, something I can imagine people actually wearing in real life. This unique song has a rap segment partway through accompanying Ia singing. Later in the song there are some rays of lights moving with Ia's hands. They do more with this green Ia is on overall. It's not just her dancing but includes more special effects. Very different compared to Miku's concert where they just rely on her presence. For that very reason they even incorporate the upper screen in this song. By the way, the band members are left in the dark so far, they are not in the focus at all. At this point I started to think the blurry shots were on purpose for some reason, but no, sitting through the entire show I concluded it was really a technical issue. It's really annoying in my opinion. Still, the song is Wiggle Around and might be one of the most impressive performances in this concert. They really show everything unique they got for this one. Naturally, there are a lot of cool effects again around Ia, but not only that, this time 2 male singers and the 2 female dancers from before join the party. It's kind of impressive to see humans on stage move together with a Vocaloid. There's a separate rec segment that is being performed by these singers. Normally I don't care for that type of music much, but here it just works. The chorus especially is very catchy, which makes me question once again what is up with the audience. They seem to have fallen in some kind of eternal sleep. Is there no such thing as a hardcore Ia fan? The next song, Shooting Star, begins after a short introduction of the famous producer Teddy Lloyd on the top screen, who is on stage for the song. It's one of my favorite Ia songs. Ia's voice is so gentle and lovely. It's a powerful song, only her expressions are lacking a bit. The 2 dancers from before are present again with their dances being a bit too over-exaggerated for this calm song. The chorus is the best part of the song, and as Ia forms a heart for the audience, she wants them to sing along. Again, you can barely hear anything, but honestly it's partly to blame on the audio mix. I can't imagine them just being silent. Still, there's one shot of Teddy Lloyd, who is on the right of the stage, who also seems to be wondering, why are you so quiet? He shows some of his DJ skills throughout the song, especially in the bridge where he leaves his desk and joins the dance, bringing some sort of DJ tool with him. He performs that solo right next to Ia, facing her, which is really amazing. At the very least, his solo got the crowd a bit more excited. I present you with the most awkward part of the show, Yobanashi Deceive. I don't get it. For this song, Ia is nowhere to be found, and instead, as the song is playing, there are kids doing breakdancing on stage? What? I don't get why this is happening. These kids are very young looking, some boys and girls, so sure, it's kind of impressive. But why? After a bit, these kids leave and make room for slightly older ones. The same happens again later on. They keep breakdancing, and especially one kid really has some serious skills. But yeah, this is an Ia concert, why is any of that necessary? I wanted to see Ia! By the way, even the song itself would be something I'd skip if it would be on a CD I bought. Before I talk about the next song, Doke, I wanna quickly mention something I can already say about this concert. The organizers did not just look at how a Miku concert worked and copy that for Ia songs. I really have to give them credit for that. They try all kinds of different things. Anyway, strange I mentioned that now, since this is actually a very straightforward performance. Another cool outfit, really great rock song with high energy, and the only special effect is the lyrics on the top screen. There's another rap segment in this song, and while this is going on, Ia shows off some impressive dance skills. The reflections issue is especially bad in this song. It continues just like it left off with Enmei Chidio. Ia even has a guitar, and I really have to say, all these rock songs are a perfect fit for Ia's voice. It's really cool sounding. Once more featuring background effects, there's quite a change of pace for the chorus. The song gets faster and even the voice style seems to be different. There's an especially interesting vortex effect during that before the song gets slower again. No audible reaction for that part from the crowd before the song enters an intense final part. If I had to complain, I'd say there isn't much variety in the last few songs because we are presented with yet another rock song, Hatsune Miku. I don't mind personally, the last few songs are favorites of mine, with this one being no exception. In the bridge of the song, the light effects in Ia's back are especially notable, and I can even hear some shoutouts for Ia. I am glad there are finally some shots of the band, but other than that, nothing too special going on, just speaking of the presentation of the song. We enter a small intermission where we are shown a video on the top screen with some sort of star constellation and pictures of Ia-related products. Then One comes on, another vocalist of the company First Place, who announces that the next part is called Go Back to Ia, where one song for each year of Ia's life so far will be performed in MMD mode, so all the dances were made with the software Miku Miku Dance. One, speaking quite like Ia's, is quite fluent and impressive. Speaking of the song alone, Into Silence is the best song in the concert, one of my favorite Ia songs in general. It's also the only song in the concert where One joins her for this amazing duet. Their voices harmonize perfectly and the dances are mega cool as well. The song is so intense and in one part their arms look like moving snakes. There's this cool spotlight effect on the Vocaloid currently singing. The instrumental is a bit different to the original but still executed nicely. I also like the more silent segment, and you can even see a video playing on the top screen before they completely nail the final dance. Oh yeah, as announced, this was the first song presented in the MMD version, but to be honest, I don't really notice a drop in quality or anything at all, which is good. The next song, Asu no Yosoda Shokaihan, is a song by another very popular ear producer, Orange Star. He makes ears sing in a very unique higher pitched style. Surprisingly, in this one you can actually hear some audience reaction. Other than the lyrics being on the top screen, just a standard performance that is already over after just 2 minutes. Tokyo Real World is a very different kind of song, pretty strange and experimental. In general, especially in the video game as well as in this concert, they have the courage to have more of these weird songs. The band who made the song Out of Service is on stage, which is especially nice in the solo where Ia is facing the guitarist, cheering him on. The happy sounding chorus is more normal sounding in a song where Ia is wearing a costume with a cute hoodie. At the end of the song, Out of Service introduced themselves to the audience. Rock Jonen Toichiya Monogatari quite obviously is a popular song, as you can hear by some chanting from the audience. It's a fast-paced song with a catchy chorus. For some reason, this one is over far too quickly. I have no idea why they only played a cut version of a song this popular. The last song in the MMD section is one of Ia's earliest songs, Shonen wa Kyoshitsuga Kirai datta no da. The producer Ishihuro is on stage, which means there's yet another of these cool parts where Ia faces him as if recognizing the fact he made the song for her to sing. This is once again a song that is more experimental. The beginning is just weird noises, before we can enjoy a more normal sounding, relaxed singing voice of Ia. Even though the chorus and the solo are more enjoyable to me, I can only call the song mediocre. But at least the costume is quite funny, since there's a very simplified drawing of Ia on it, which looks quite silly. Another quick intermission where Ia bows to the audience and waves at them. I wanna quickly mention the Ia video game I was talking about again. Ia VT Colorful is a great PS Vita written game with tons of content. Anyway, now the Jin segment starts in the concert. He's probably the most famous Ia producer, so he gets tons of songs in the concert. I don't really like his style a lot of myself, so I can already say that I'm not a big fan of the next few songs to come. On screen, a music video of Kagero Days is playing together with dubstep music that is a bit too quiet on the recording. Children Record is one of these famous Jin songs. I just can't tell you I like it. At least the audience easily shows the most energy so far, which is ironic, since this is by far my least favorite song so far. Ia's voice sounds kind of dirty, which is kinda cool, but in chorus it's just too much. It sounds far too squeaky and chaotic to me. Just over the top, it almost hurts my ears. This rock song features the characters of Kagero Days on the back, and at least the verses are pretty enjoyable. Needlessly to say, the next one too is a well-liked song, Out of Science. Ia wants the audience to cheer, and they actually do so. In general, I want to point out that this concert has far more rock songs compared to Miku concerts that focus a bit more on pop tunes. I'm glad this chorus isn't quite as over the top, but the harmonics itself are only okay to me. The song is good, but I just don't really care for the producer's style. Apart from some eyes in the back as special effects, I also noticed how the beginning of the concert had all kinds of special concept, with dances and singers on stage, but now it's almost as they ran out of ideas. As if Ia wants to make it up to me, she talks again, one of my favorite parts of the concert. She thanks the audience and mentions the producer of the last few songs again. Her voice sounds so natural. I would just wished Miku would talk as much in her events. She's sad about the fact that the next song is apparently the last one, but assures everybody how much fun she is having herself and hypes up the final song. This song is also by Jin, but it's a perfect fit for a live concert, so I'm okay with that. America, We Are Alright features the dances again. It is just cool to see them move exactly together with a non-human. While the verses aren't that special, the chorus is something that will easily get stuck in your mind for days to come. They didn't forget! Midway through the song, they announced the band. Ia turns towards them while each of them shows their little solo. The beat in the background is just a standard drum beat though, nothing special at all. Oh man, just compared it to the band member introduction of Magica Mira 2016. Not only do the dancers get announced, also the guest of the song gets this honor. With a bit of screaming, Ia announces herself before mentioning again how she wants everybody to remember this night forever. How suggestive! Well, the song from before continues for a final chorus and build-up hype. Not a perfect final song, but good enough. Ia turning her arm rapidly in the end is quite cool too. There are some screams for more before Ia returns to stage again. By the way, during that part the frame rate doesn't seem to be stable for some reason and all shots are blurry as hell. It has to be intentional here, but I don't get it. So, then Ia asks if everybody liked the concert and sadly mentions how time just flew because she was having such a blast. She wants to keep singing for another opportunity to meet again. Yeah, when will there be another full concert in Japan? Hello you Mikus, I'm home! Huh? What the fuck? What is going I'm sorry. Miku, I'm sorry. The first encore song is Otsukimi Recital. While the intro almost sounds as if this were a lullaby, the main part of the song is sounding quite festive, a very positive song. The bridge features a very colorful background before the dancers join again. There's this cool effect where for a split second Ia turns into a chibi version of herself. Enjoyable song. For the 10th time, Ia talks some more. For the last time, she thanks the audience for coming and making unforgettable memories together. She looks as if she was almost crying since the time to part has come. While I love these parts, I can understand when some people think this is a bit too much talking. Her voice sounds full of emotions and she even shows appreciations to the fans who couldn't attend, like me and probably everybody watching this video. For the last song, she announces that she wants everybody to join her in a specific part of the song later on. The very last song is a ballad, Diamond Days. Ia wears a costume with angel wings again, very beautiful. Almost looks like a wedding dress. Her voice fits the ballad perfectly, it sounds amazing. This is a bittersweet but powerful ballad and you can even see one audience shot from the front. Later on, more instruments join the song. Very appropriately in this song there is barely any special effects, the focus is solely on Ia. Then it's time for the part where Ia wanted the crowd to sing along, but once again you cannot hear them very well. A big part of this is to be blamed on the audio mix, which is quite a problem. Ia bows deeply as the song concludes, while there is a colorful sky in the back. One final wave before she bursts into feathers and turns into the Ia symbol. You can hear the audience clapping before it fades into the credits. It's time for the final verdict. I hope this doesn't sound too negative right from the get-go, but quite frankly, this concert is quite a mixed bag. There are a lot of positives, but also quite a few baffling negative aspects. I like how in general this is not just a copy of a Miku concert, but they actually try to be creative. These parts are nice, but should have been spread out better, since the second half of the concert doesn't really have any of that special stuff left anymore. Speaking of the setlist, while this is mainly a matter of taste of course, I'm quite sour that there are so many songs by one single artist when there are so many producers to choose from. Looking at the Ia video game, I'm especially sad that there is no song by my favorite Ia producer, Mahu Mahu. Aside from that, the major complaint I have with the concert is definitely the general amount of technical issues. The blurry shots are all over the concert. The reflections that go through Ia are just too numerous. Some frame rate issues. Luckily, at least the audio quality is very good, aside from the proportion between volume of Ia and the audience that are barely audible at all. They weren't quite as loud to begin with. But come to think of it, remembering the fact that these are all problems of the recording itself, this was definitely a very good first concert, showing off what Ia is capable of quite nicely. Especially the first part of the concert is very unique, which is not to say that the rest is pretty nice too. Let's not forget about the amazing times Ia talks to the crowd. They try to make it interesting by having all kinds of special effects so that I can definitely conclude that this was more than good enough as the first concert and I hope they will have more eventually. Overall, the package you get from the Blu-ray with all of its extra merchandise and the cool concert plagued with technical issues is a good deal. Not great though. So yeah guys, I hope the reaction to this video won't be quite as intense as in my story, but if you still enjoyed this Ia video, you can give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, also share your comments in the comment section, and of course subscribe to my channel if you never want to miss a Miku video again, because usually this channel is all about Miku. This was just a special occasion, I love Miku very much, sorry Ia. And yeah, until next time for another Miku video, and Miku, I hope you can understand that not every video is 100% about you, right?
ダメ